Warren Pease, WARENPEASE.
Now, Warren's going to be celebrating his 90th birthday this month, right?
Yeah.
What day?
18th.
So in honor of that, I thought it would be a great idea to get Warren on tape, so to speak, so that we could ask him questions about his life on the retreat farm. Warren had spent his entire life working for the retreat.
Yeah, 46 years.
Right. And you were telling me, except for your stint in the Air Force or Army? Army.
2 years, yeah.
In Korea?
Yeah.
Right. Outside of that, you've spent pretty much your whole life in and about Brattleboro.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course, some of my spare time, I worked for Zaluzny too.
Okay.
Run bulldozer and so forth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And your father was the physical plant manager at the retreat.
The heating plant.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I suspect he must have started before you did.
Oh, yeah. He was there. He put in 30 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you and he worked, your time overlapped. So what would you say he started at the retreat? What year?
Oh, must have been late 20s, early 30s. Someplace.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
And your brother worked at the retreat.
Yeah, while I was in the service, he started working there.
Right.
Yeah.
And he continued as a carpenter, right? Was that his?
He gave up the farm and went to the carpenter shop. He put in 40 years there.
Okay. So he worked 40 years for the retreat.
Yeah.
You worked about the same amount of time.
Probably, yeah.
More or less.
Eventually.
And your dad worked there for 30 years. Yeah. Right.
So did you go to work at the retreat while you were in high school or right after high school?
My sophomore year. I started that summer.
Okay.
I worked the summer. Then I went back to high school for my senior year. Graduated in 53.
You graduated high school in 53?
Yeah.
So you were working at the retreat in the summers,
Yeah.
part-time, like I did
Yeah.
and other people did. And then if you graduated high school in 53 and joined the military, you must have right away if you ended up in Korea.
No, I worked after I graduated. I worked that summer. Then I went up to Randolph for a year.
To VTC.
Well, the Korean War ends in 53.
Yeah.
That's the year you graduated,
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah.
Right.
So you were stationed there. Do you remember the years you were stationed in Korea?
January of 56. I was discharged in 58.
Okay, so you were part of the occupation forces. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
Now, just a little more information. You grew up and lived in the house at the base of Route 30 and Upper Dummerston Road. There's a little house right there.
Yeah.
Only one house. And that's where Warren and his family grew up.
Yeah.
That's on Route 30 then,
Yes.
not on the Upper Dummerston Road, because there's
No.
a couple of houses up there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could walk to work, correct? You could walk to the retreat farm,
Yeah.
right? And you told me that your dad would walk as well, right, to the retreat facility. And did you have breakfast at your house, or would you eat at the farm?
Well, most generally I would Up at the retreat, they had the farmer's dining room.
Okay, a special dining room for,
When we got done chores,
yeah,
go to breakfast.
go to breakfast after chores. Sure.
What time were chores?
We started in the winter. We generally figured on being there at 4 in the morning. We generally got through milking by
Just about when it got light.
7:30 probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to breakfast. Then you started your day from there on.
Okay. Can you remember what a typical breakfast at the retreat was like? Was it a pretty good breakfast?
Yeah, like you might have bacon and eggs, toast, warmed over potato or whatever, you know, cereal.
Cereal, maybe
Yeah.
some coffee if you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was all provided by the retreat, right? And of course, can you talk about some of the products that you produced for the retreat facility at the farm?
Well, of course, we produce pork and beef. And in the summer, it's the vegetables, carrots, beets, whatever, tomatoes.
You had a garden there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And where was that located? If we went there today, where would the garden be?
Well, if you went to the back side of the retreat facility, there's a big parking lot now. Back in the early days, that was all garden. All of it.
Estimate of the number of acres? Just an estimate.
Probably there was a little over an acre out there.
Okay.
And the rest of it was in a space up across from the country club, out on that big field.
It's still an open field. That is still an open field.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how about your herd? Where did you graze your herd?
In the daytime, they went up in the pasture by the ice pond in that area. And during the summer, night pasture was out on the meadow.
Where the wells are today?
Yeah,
A little wet over there, wasn't it?
yeah, it could be, yeah.
And there was no underpass. You had to cross Route 30 to get
Yeah,
the
we
cows
crossed
there.
Route 30.
Little different Route 30 in the 1950s?
Yeah, because it was rebuilt in 1970.
Late 60s. I was working for the State Highway Department, and I
Yeah.
remember the construction project that redid Route 30 from the retreat
Yeah,
to
well,
the
Dunkley Farm,
the Dummerston Bridge.
Stickney Brook.
That's
yeah.
right, Stickney Brook. Yeah,
Yeah, that was the first.
I remember that. Yeah.
So you would have to twice a day stop traffic on 30 to get the
Yeah,
cows
in the morning.
in the morning.
Yeah.
So you had Holstein cows, were they?
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah. Which
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
always had there. I mean, I remember when Alan Smith had them towards the very end, they were pretty much all Holsteins.
yeah.
Yeah.
At first, they were all grade Holstein. Then
Registered.
over time, we kept working at it until we got registered. They're
Okay.
all registered.
No, yep.
Yeah.
Good. And of course, they would provide milk for the farm, for the facility, and what, cheese and
Milk and
Milk-
just milk and cream.
milk and cream and butter.
No,
No butter. Okay.
no.
Okay.
Of course, the milk was all pasteurized right there.
They're pasteurized. right there.
Pasteurized, homogenized. And
Yeah. And then brought up there.
Then it went in 20-quart cans to the kitchens.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how would they dispense the milk to the patients and the faculty there?
Of course, back in the early days, it was poured out of the cans
Poured
into
out of the
pitchers.
can.
you
Okay.
know.
Yeah. And then later on, you had some kind of
We
dispensary.
had dispenser cans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm guessing you had surplus milk and you would just sell that to the
Yeah,
producer
either
there.
that or it went to the piggery.
Okay, right.
So there was a bakery right there at the farm.
Yeah, up on the next level. Yeah.
They
He
sold
said,
other products. Could you buy steaks there? Could you buy vegetables
No,
there?
no.
Yeah.
It was all products for the hospital. You know,
I see.
and tell Bill how much you did per week, how much slaughtering they did per week. How much did you slaughter per week for the hospital?
well, we done 8 to 10 hogs a week. You probably remember Bushnell's on Elliott Street.
Elliott Street. Bushnell's IGA.
Yeah. Part of them went there, and he turned them into bacon and hams, and the rest of it stayed. They had their own produce department, and they dispensed them to each kitchen, how much they wanted, you know. Of course,
So in good part, the staff and the patients at the retreat ate products from the retreat farm.
right, yeah.
Okay.
The milk,
The milk and the meat,
beef, and pork.
beef and pork. And you and of course the vegetables there
Yeah.
that they grew. And Warren was the overseer of the vegetable garden. That was his main job later
Yeah,
on.
for a while.
For a
Of
while.
course, when I first went there, Orrin Smith, he was the gardener.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd done it for 50 years. And he'd done the butchering too, part of it.
Now you had told me that one of the patients was a Swedish man who had experience in butchering
Yeah.
and slaughtering, and he was a part of that workforce
Yeah.
for the farm.
Yeah.
Can you talk about him a little bit?
He originally come to this country to work SD organs.
Right. They had a good.
He worked
yeah.
there until something happened. I don't know what.
Something happened to him. Yeah. And he had to go to the retreat hospital.
Yeah.
And how did you find out that he had experience in butchering?
Well, of course, I don't know how they found out because he was doing it when I got there.
Oh, when you got there.
Yeah.
Okay. And so he must have had a Swedish accent.
A little.
A little
yeah.
bit, yeah. But he was pretty good at what he was doing.
Yeah.
And he was doing that for the farm for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forever until, of course, there was a point they give up. Somebody thought it was a form of slavery, you know, instead of therapy. And
Right.
so we lost a lot of it. They went to Waterbury.
Right.
That was the end of that.
Right.
So in large part, patients would work too, some of them on the farm, as
Oh,
part
yeah.
of their therapy.
We had originally probably 20, give or take, you know, done everything. They worked in the woods, they helped cut ice, they done hay and worked in the gardens.
Was that a job that they enjoyed? The patients, did they enjoy that?
They seem to. I mean, they, of course, it's something, a lot of them people came off from farms, so they knew,
They knew what to
and they
do.
just went along doing it.
Now, were they assigned to the farm or did they volunteer?
They were assigned to it.
They were
probably,
assigned.
yeah.
Okay. But if they didn't want to do it, they didn't have to?
No, they could stay up on the hall, whatever.
They could. But
Yeah.
most of them wanted to work.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. And for the most part, they were pretty good workers.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Most of them were
Most-
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they seemed to like what they were doing. I mean, it wasn't, no,
Right.
I don't want to do that or nothing.
Yeah. Well, I think given the alternative of just staying at the hospital and getting out in the fresh air and
Yeah.
haying or in the
Yeah.
woods cutting wood, It sounds like
Yeah,
a better way to spend a day.
yeah.
Did you do the cordwood? Did you heat the hospital with cordwood?
Originally they did.
And the farm also, I assume.
Yeah, and they, of course, the firm cut it, split it, and got it out. Of course, a lot of it came from Wantastic Mountain when the retreat owned it. And they had woodlots in Dummerston and one at Vernon.
What kind of machinery did you have at your disposal to get that cordwood?
Crosscut saws, axes, and hammer and wedge. No chainsaws.
No chainsaws.
No.
No wonder you're so rugged.
Did you enjoy the forestry work? Was that something that you liked to do?
Yeah, I didn't mind it. Of course, after we were all done with the cordwood business, of course, all the retreat houses were heated with cordwood.
What are the retreat houses?
Oh boy, there was a lot of them. The big house over on Putney Road, now it's a bed and breakfast. That was the superintendent's residence.
The one with the brick wall around it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So that was the superintendent's home?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So you had to take wood over there?
The latter part, it was only a very short time because then they switched to coal.
And
But then you had all the houses on Linden Street there by the retreat.
On the hill, just beyond the retreat today, before that first brick building.
Yeah,
The houses between that brick building and the
so-
farm are all retreat houses.
yeah.
Who lived in those?
Most of them were, at that time, doctors. Doctors lived. Of course, now it's all different programs for, yeah, and
Did they rent from the retreat or did they purchase?
no,
They,
some of them, it was a case of they rented it or it was furnished as part of their wages,
I see.
you know.
So retreat doctors, retreat facility doctors lived in those homes.
Yeah.
I see.
Then,
Not a pediatrician, a dentist, or whatever
no.
for the town.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all, psychiatrists
Right.
and all that stuff.
and weren't there a few houses up on Upper Dummerston
Yeah,
Road?
there's 4 on the Upper Dummerston Road.
Before the country club.
Yeah, you go by, where Cold Spring is?
Yes, sure.
Just above that, on the next level, there's those cottages. Originally, they were satellite cottages that went with Linden Lodge. But I forgot what year it was, but Linden Lodge burned. That was the end of that. But the houses were rented out. Yeah,
For staff.
yeah.
Yeah. And up in that area, you said there was an orchard as well, right? On Upper Dummerston Road?
Yeah, they had a big orchard up just beyond that on the big field.
Okay.
Yeah,
And what kind of trees were there?
a whole bunch of Wolf River was one of them. When we were kids, we used to run up there and grab some.
But, yeah, go ahead.
But there's Macintosh and Greenlands and whatever.
Right. Apple, but I mean, were there other plum or pear or?
No.
No, all just all apple trees?
No.
Okay. And they were harvested for the retreat as
Right.
well?
Yeah.
For eating whole or making
Well,
pies
of course,
or applesauce?
a lot of them went to the bakery.
To the
for
bakery.
Pies and
Yeah.
whatever.
So you provided milk, cream, fruit, vegetables, meat
Yeah.
for the hospital.
Yeah.
there.
Plus, every year we cut a few logs for the carpenter shop. Furnished the logs.
And what did the carpenter do with those logs?
They made everything. Everything was Well, from cabinets to desks and whatever they wanted. Yeah.
Chairs,
Not
beds.
so many,
maybe?
I don't think many chairs, but a lot of tables.
Tables.
And,
Okay.
of course, most all of the furniture had to be tough, oak or whatever. Because sometimes they get banging around and they
Yeah.
don't stand it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was your brother's job, doing that carpentry work.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course, if they wanted to redo a room, they done that.
Okay. Would they provide flooring or,
Yeah, everything, all the lumber that they needed, and
Okay.
of course they had to buy drywall stuff and
Right.
that.
Right. But all the wood products you provided
Yeah.
them with, and it was mostly hardwood products, I guess.
A lot of
right?
it, hardwood,
Yeah.
pine.
Pine and
Yeah.
hardwood. And did you say there was a blacksmith shop on the farm?
Yep.
And what did they provide?
Well, you done a lot of metal. Of course, in the beginning we had 2 pair of horses. Of course, he shod the horses.
2 pair, as in 4 horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And other metal work, fixing sleds and wagons and anything that needed welding or,
Right. So
yeah,
mostly farm.
Mechanics work
Yeah.
too.
Right.
Yeah.
Mostly farm implements. Yeah. Plows or
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Yeah. And the horses, what were they used for?
Well, we plowed with them.
Yep.
A lot of cultivating.
Okay. Did you do any haying with them?
Yeah, we drew hay. And then the side hills that you
Right.
couldn't mow with a tractor, could mowed with the horses.
Mowed with the horses, right.
We used to do that with a scythe.
Yeah, we used to mow the ski jump at one time, and we mowed it all with the scythe.
How
The
about
ski
Yeah.
jump was part of the retreat's land.
Yeah, I think it still is part of them. Or the farm, I don't know which now.
right?
A lot of that stuff got divided up, so I don't know where a lot of the lines go anymore.
When you harvested by hand, scythe, how did you get it into the wagons and
Pitched it on.
pitched it on?
Yeah,
Okay. And then that would go to the barns, and you just pitch it up into the loft there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
but of course, then we got a baler, so we lots of time we tumble it down the hill
Okay.
and pitch it into the baler and bale it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any photographs? Are there any photographs that the retreat has showing some of the work projects that you did, like haying, plowing?
Cutting ice.
There's a few. Of course, some of the patient works in the beginning, and for quite a while, you couldn't take pictures because take pictures of
Patients.
Patients.
anything.
Right. Privacy laws.
So
and
a lot of pictures that would have been good, the last end, they didn't seem to care so much. I don't know.
Can you describe for us how the plowing worked? You have horses hooked up to,
A plow,
and where was the plow located? Behind the horses?
right?
So they walked through the heavy snow.
No, this plowing was, that kind of plowing was plowing the land.
Oh, I see.
Right.
I see.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. But
Okay.
we did do some with horses in the beginning when I was
Snow plowing.
a lot younger. We
Yeah, I
used what we
misunderstood.
called ice pond plow. There was a scraper and you held it and the horses pulled it.
I
You
see.
get it full, you turn off and dump the load. Yeah.
Right.
But that was, I don't have any pictures of any of that
Right.
stuff.
the horses were used to go up to the ice pond in the winter to
Yeah, we hauled ice.
haul
with
ice
them,
from
yeah,
there,
with a bobsled.
and horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you store the ice?
Well, there was a building up near the piggery.
An ice house.
There was an ice house that was all insulated for that. And we packed it in sawdust. So it's all. So in July, you can go up there and hack out a piece of ice.
Could you get ice out of the ice house throughout the summer, or?
Yeah, all summer. Yeah.
And you said that one of the things they made from the ice and the cream was ice cream,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so you'd use some of that ice for the cooling to
Yeah,
make
they
ice cream.
crushed it.
Crushed it, yeah.
Of course, originally it was used for shock treatment. They crushed it and then they wrap a patient in the ice and water. Kind of changes their mood.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
of course, then after a while, that was no more.
No more, no.
Of course, certain drugs came along that were better treatment than that.
Did you ever know anything about what the retreat tower was used for?
Nothing.
No, it was just...
It was just somebody wanted to build it.
Okay.
So
It wasn't something for patient therapy or anything?
No.
No.
They could go up and look off and, look over the town and so forth. But other than that, I don't know what it was for.
Now, you had mentioned in the forest land, sometime in late fall, you would go out with a crew and cut down several small Christmas-type trees,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And what would you use those for?
Of course, they used the Christmas trees on the units.
On the units.
Yeah.
So you distribute them throughout the hospital,
Yeah.
and they would decorate them and have
Yeah,
them for...
Whatever they done, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you just find them out in the woods there and cut them down.
No, a lot of them during my time, we cut in Marlboro.
Oh, you did?
Out there where Marlboro College is now,
I see.
or was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was that retreat land?
Ah,
Was that retreat property?
no.
No. Okay. You just had
But
an
I
agreement.
don't really know whose property it was.
Okay. All right.
Because they made arrangements to get them, and we went and cut them.
You uncut them. Got it. You said that at one point the hospital converted to coal,
Yeah,
and a lot of that came in by rail, correct?
yeah, it came in down on Vernon Street. The retreat had their own siding down near, you remember where Fisher Oil
Sure.
was near that? Yeah,
Yeah, there were a lot of buildings down there that were serviced by the railroad,
yeah,
a little bit beyond where the old train station is
yeah.
and where the Marlboro Tech Center,
Right.
et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. So they would had their own building down there?
No, just the siding
Okay.
and the coal loader got parked near that siding, that's all.
Okay.
And take a crew and go down, and of course they'd come in with cars, maybe 4 pockets,
Right.
and they had to move them to near the loader and into the truck,
Okay.
and
Into
brought
your
it up,
dump
piled
truck.
it near the
Yeah.
boiler room.
Okay. So you had staff and maybe some patients that would shovel that into the truck? Is that
Just, of course, all you had to do was keep it going down,
Okay.
so it went into the conveyor.
A chute.
A
and
chute.
up the-
I see.
And just to
I
maintain
see.
it, make
Like
sure.
a big hopper.
Yeah,
Right. Right. Got it.
Merrill Gas used to be down there,
Okay.
where the whetstone is,
Yep.
across the street,
Right.
that flat area
Yep.
on the
That's the park now.
west side, on the east side
Right.
of the railway tracks.
Yeah.
What is it now today?
It's just a little park area there.
There is a park area, but the building where Merrill Gas was is
Uh-huh.
being used by somebody.
Barrow's Coal.
Is it Barrows again?
Yeah.
Now? Okay.
Yeah.
Barrow's Coal used to have their offices on Main Street,
Right.
Lower Main Street.
Yeah, I remember.
Right on the whetstone there.
Yeah.
Just,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Looks like a building.
Across from the latches.
Yeah.
Right.
They look like they could fall into the Whetstone Brook anytime.
Yeah, I know.
So, go
They
ahead.
moved there and they moved down to Merle. Of course, Merle Gas, old Henry Merle, he run Barrow's Coal in a way.
Henry Merrill did.
Yeah. When the Barrows is kind of faded out. Because Barrows, they had a big orchard up West Brattleboro.
Okay.
But that's all gone. All that stuff is gone.
Right. So you say your dad took care of the retreat hospital in terms of heating. He kept the place running, basically, right?
Of course, we were support, really. You
Right.
know.
Right.
Of course, like, we even got a carload of coke. It's partially burnt coal.
Yep.
Because he used that in the bakery because it's hotter, burns hotter, you know.
Oh. Okay.
They used to put out some beautiful stuff in the bakery.
Oh yeah.
Pies and donuts and cakes and cookies.
Uh-huh. And you said they provided breakfast. Did they provide any other meals to you?
Whatever you want.
Whatever you wanted.
I mean, I used to get breakfast and dinner, and that was it, not at home.
Okay.
Then after I got this and got married, I was always home for supper.
You went home for supper, right?
Sometimes I was late, but I got here.
So besides your mom and dad and your brother, did you have any other siblings that lived with you?
Yeah, I had two sisters.
Two sisters.
Yeah,
Did they have anything to do with the retreat?
no,
No. How about your mom? Did she have anything
no,
to do?
she stayed home.
Stayed home. Okay.
Yeah.
Just took care of the house
Yeah.
and raising the kids. And where did you go to grammar school?
I started out first and second grade, Chase Street School. You know where Chase Street School is?
It's now a home, yeah. But
It's, yeah, somebody lives there now.
somebody lives there now. But yeah, so
Yeah, you can see it. You go by the retreat. It's on the right, up on the hill.
right.
It looks like a schoolhouse.
Yes, it does.
Still
yeah,
does.
Still does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So first and second grade, was it just a one-room schoolhouse there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
From there,
Uh,
where did you
Where
go?
did you go after
Green
that?
Street School.
Green Street.
Yeah,
Were you able to walk to Green Street?
yeah.
You walked to
had
Green
to.
Street
There's
School?
no other way to get there.
No other way, right.
No.
And after Green Street, BHS,
Yeah.
the municipal
old,
building?
The old municipal. Yeah. Yeah, I went 2 years there and 2 up the fairground. I liked the old one better. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Of course, it was kind of cobbled up, you know, of 3.
Right. You had told me, because I knew a lot of the old Brattleboro farmers, and they were roughly the same age as Warren, but one of your classmates with Paul Miller,
Yeah.
right? And I think Charlie Robb and Stu Thurber were behind you a little bit.
Stu Thurber was someplace back there. I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
But Charlie Robb was a junior when I was a senior, and Boag was together, junior and senior.
Right. So there were, you went to VOAG there, and there were a number of local farm kids that participated in that.
Yeah,
So you actually graduated from the new building, Brattleboro Union.
yeah.
Yeah.
How did you get to school up there? That adds another mile to your walk.
No, no.
One way.
By that time, I bought a pickup. I had a 41 Chevy pickup, and I drove to school. Of course, now I think back all the times I walked to school, Chase Street, and back home to dinner, then back to school, then back home.
Right. Did you have a better part of an hour for dinner break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you didn't have time to fool around. You come home, grabbed a lunch, and
Yeah. Got right back to it.
head
Yeah.
back. Some days, a little kid, snow was up to here. Because you went to school, snow or not.
Did your dad ever, if the weather was bad, did he ever give you a ride to school?
No.
No.
Was there a sidewalk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a sidewalk. Of course, they used to, way back then, they had a horse plow they plowed the sidewalk with. But it was never very good.
No, I remember.
Done the best they could, but
Different world.
That's pretty interesting. Kids that age
Yeah.
walking up Route 30.
First and second grade there at Chase Street. Wow.
once in a great while somebody you knew would come along and pick you up, give you a ride, apparently.
Right.
Did you walk alone, or were there other kids that joined you on the
There
walk?
was nobody going that way. Nobody from that end, So going to Chase Street, I was pretty much alone. That was it.
There weren't any children in the retreat properties, homes on the way up the hill?
Apparently at that time, no.
Okay.
But there were kids later on there.
I didn't ask you, what was the average work day? And I mean, if you had to count the number of hours a week that you worked at the retreat on a normal basis, what would you guess that might be?
On average, 10 hours.
10-hour days?
Yeah.
5 days a week? Or six? 6
To
days?
start with, it was 6 days a week.
Okay.
You got paid once a month.
Uh-huh.
Now you had to get up at 3 a.m. to get to milking by 4.
Yeah.
And what time was your dinner at your home, usually?
They used to, of course, I ate there.
He would have dinner at the retreat.
11:30.
Right,
You had
And then-
11:30 to 12:30.
right. And supper was usually when
When you get done.
you get done.
'Cause
But roughly when would that be in the evening?
you try to be 4:30, 4:45.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
I remember one time the cows up on the hill, they were up by the ice pond.
Yeah.
This was before 91. And somehow they got out. And half of them were over back at the country club. And that night we never got through until 7:30 at
Yikes.
night.
Wow. Long
By the
day.
time we got them rounded up, back down, and done chores,
Yeah.
it was, that was it.
So a lot of fence mending you did in your time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I used to start probably the 1st of March if we could, mend the fence,
Yeah. Yeah.
because we had the big pasture up by the old Gibson Road. And then we had the one on the other side of the road. That was a little smaller, but it still was a lot of walking.
Did you use barbed wire? 3-strand or?
Most generally, 4.
4-strand?
At least 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all the cows went out, even the milkers
Went out. Yeah.
went out. Yeah. Which is not the case nowadays. They're all confined herds and they
Yeah.
just stay in the barns.
But I think it was better for the cows.
Sure. I agree. Yeah.
Now they're just a machine. Stuck
Milking
there.
machine, right. Right. So pretty much a 60-hour work week was pretty common for you. Yeah.
probably. I don't.
Yeah.
And I never really thought about it too much.
Right.
You just done it.
Yeah.
And you were overpaid, right? You were overpaid, right?
No, not really. Because it didn't make any difference. You got the same check. If you work 10 or 12 hours, it didn't make any difference.
Right.
Back then, you
Right.
got paid once a month, and that was it.
And for the most part, did you feel that the retreat hospital was a good employer? They were good to their employees?
Yeah.
They provided...
I always had a good,
Yeah.
Good
relationship
There
with
would be some days, you
Yeah.
might grumble.
Right.
But
And you had health benefits through them? Did they provide?
not in the beginning. That came on was when Dr. Beach came. That would be in the early 80s, I'd say.
Okay.
Then he had benefits, and
Right.
he made money for the retreat,
I see.
and he shared it.
Hmm.
Vacation time, you could keep working, and
Earn
you
extra
got a month. You earned a month. If
salary.
you didn't use that
I see.
month,
Uh-huh.
then it's added to the next year.
Huh.
So,
Wow.
but most of my time was, I might take a week after we got through haying, and then the big time was deer hunting. So 2 weeks got used up there.
Yeah. And you and your brother had a camp in Wardsboro?
Yeah, it's my brother's camp, but
Yeah. Okay.
of course he bought that chunk of land the same time roughly that I bought this, and there was chicken houses out there. I tore them down, and we took a lot of the lumber to Wattsboro, built the camp.
Built the camp. Right.
Yeah.
And did you ever hunt on the retreat lands?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When we started in probably when I was 10, 11 or something.
Yeah.
Of course, there was nothing that I knew of. Nobody put up no hunting signs and all that.
Right.
Go for it, head up over the hill.
You could go hunting pretty much right behind the retreat by the ski jump there. That was all woodland. Could you
Yeah.
hunt there? Anywhere? Yeah. Right.
I never see that many deer, but
Right.
we used to because they could head the other way toward the country club
Right.
in the woods. And right up over into, remember where Bruce's orchard was? Right up through there, across the road, and wind up by Stickney Brook eventually.
One thing we didn't really cover well, and I wanted to kind of get your description of this because I think it would interest people, and most people know about the ice pond,
Yeah.
which was part of the retreat farm and their main source of ice. So can you describe the process and when you would go up there and how you would saw that ice and get it down to the ice house?
I don't know, it seems simple to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Most generally, I'd start about this time of year.
Okay. Early
And
February.
we had a small Jeep with a plow on it.
Yep.
And I'd start breaking a road with that up to the pond.
From the ski jump there.
We'd start generally from the ski jump area up.
Right. Up to
And
the ice pond.
Then I'd start scraping the pond off.
How would you do that? With a vehicle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used that little Jeep.
Okay.
Wasn't that heavy anyway.
Okay.
Uh,
Get all the snow
keep
off.
watching it.
Yeah.
If it starts feeling like this, back up.
Back up. Okay.
And But eventually you get that first layer off. Then it was cold enough back then, it kept freezing deeper all the time. And get it all cleaned off and clear. And then probably about mid-February, we started cutting.
How about that?
We had a saw with a motor.
Not a chainsaw?
No.
No.
Had a motor on it. It was on a sled.
Yeah.
And the big saw was out front.
Okay.
So you make a straight line, drop it down and cut. It didn't cut all the way through.
I see.
Just leave a line.
Right.
And then you come back and drop had a spade that you drop into the slot that you made first.
Right.
And then keep going doing like that. So you got enough that way. Then you cut it crossways. And to get it open, you had to get a hole made through. Then you use hand saws.
Okay,
to finish cutting the slot.
Right.
Get that slot cut all through. And if you can get that first slot out, the cake's out.
Yep.
Then the next time you just go along with the bar and punk, and they fall right off.
Fall right off and float.
And they float.
And how would you get it from the pond into the sled?
We had an elevator. We pushed the cake size into the elevator, and of course we had a tractor station and pulled it up and onto the platform. Okay. I don't know if the platform was there anytime you've been there.
I haven't seen it, no.
No. Probably they tore it down.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
Do you ever have tongs to kind of manipulate the ice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you could back a sled or truck, either one, up to the platform. Then you grabbed them with a tong and slid them onto the truck.
Okay.
Or sled, whichever.
Right.
And take them down.
Right.
And you get down to the ice house, and you just tip them off to the truck or sled, and they slide down a chute into the ice house.
Okay.
And
you would have to
pack
them with sawdust.
Keep them fairly tight.
Right.
And you get one layer in, then you cover it all with sawdust. And then put another layer on top.
Okay.
Keep doing that until it's full.
And where did the food go in that? I mean, you had a bunch of ice and a bunch of sawdust.
Yeah.
But the purpose of it was to keep food cold, right? No?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where was the food? Where did you store that?
We put the ice in the ice house.
Yeah.
In February.
Right.
And then all summer you keep taking ice out.
Put it into an ice box or something on a need basis.
Okay.
Wash it.
Wash it. Okay.
And then it went up to the hospital.
Yeah.
And they dispersed it to each kitchen, whatever they wanted.
Right. Into the ice box.
Of course, if you're careful and know what you keep pecking at it, and you can pop it, and you got 2 pieces.
Okay.
And they turn it, and you got 4 pieces,
Right. But it would last through the year, and you'd have enough.
Oh, it'd last till the next year.
Yeah.
Sometimes there was some still left in the bottom.
From the year before, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
But one thing you had to be sure of was that you had old sawdust. If you had fresh sawdust, it would heat, and then you would get a thin layer of ice. First,
right.
2 or 3 things.
Right.
Because anything like that, fresh cut sawdust, or even green hay, heats.
Right.
Puts out heat.
Right.
Yeah. Spoils the whole thing.
Right. And of course, did you ever have any spontaneous combustion of your hay? No.
Never happened to.
Never happened to you.
We've had places where you'd find it burnt out.
Okay.
It'll be a round hole.
Oh, in the barn.
But it smothered itself.
Okay.
Luckily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I wrote a bunch of notes here, Warren, and I think we've pretty much covered them. But I just felt like it was an important thing on your 90th birthday to capture some information. Everyone in town knows about the retreat, but I don't think many people understand how integral the retreat farm was to the retreat hospital.
Yeah.
And there's some wonderful stories there that hopefully we could share with. I've always been a big fan of the Historical Society articles on Saturday. They fascinated me, and I never fail to read the weekly article. I think they're the best part of the Reformer. So in my experience with talking to you over the year, I thought it would be a nice opportunity maybe to...
It's nothing special. It
may not be special to you, but it's special to history, because if people don't hear things like this, it gets lost. And people do appreciate the fact that, oh my God, it was like that back then? Wow.
Yeah, I read a lot of them, what it was like in 1824 or something,
Right. Right.
It was Brattleboro was a booming place then.
Sure.
Brattleboro is a smaller town now by 3,000 or 4,000 people than it was at one time. Maybe more now.
But not so much is done here anymore. No. Like, I remember the American Optical, and there was Percival Leland Granite Works down on Vernon Street, which it was a granite works. Then I remember Energine, they made a cleaning fluid. And all these different things, and then it became a paper mill.
Boise Cascade on Putney Road.
Yeah.
Irving Paper on Vernon Road.
Later.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course, then there was Worthmore Feed Mill on Vernon Street, which became Agway. And of course, all that's gone. Agway moved up on Putney Road.
They provided a lot of farm products for the retreat farm?
We used to, every month, 2 trucks went to Worthmore.
Yeah.
And we brought back 10 ton of grain
10 gun of
in
grain.
bags.
Right. Ooh. And I'm sure you got fertilizer there and...
Fertilizer came from Deerfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about lime? Did that come from Deerfield?
No, that came from Agway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and occasionally you probably use some pesticides and things like that?
Yeah, all the herbicides and pesticides we bought through Agway.
Through Agway, right.
Of course, not and think about that. We used stuff that they use in Vietnam.
Oh,
Agent
yeah.
Orange.
Right. Didn't you say your son-in-law died from that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was CFO at the retreat for 10 years, I guess.
Uh-huh.
CFO?
Financial officer.
Financial officer.
Right.
And, of course,
He was a Vietnam
done his
veteran.
time in Vietnam.
Right.
And
Exposed to Agent Orange.
eventually that killed him about 20 years after.
Okay. Wow.
Messed his lungs all up. Yeah, it's surprising the different things we go through. And a lot of it you remember and a lot you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you didn't want to,
Right.
Put that
When they
one
was
over here.
building the first 91 bridge.
Where was this log landing? It's
it's a skidway.
uh-huh.
We rolled the logs onto this wagon, then I
Right.
took them out.
Okay.
So we'd be out near the Upper Emerson Road instead of having to go up into the woods with a
Right.
truck.
Right. A back road. Got it. Did you take these pictures, Warren? Did you take these pictures?
No, I don't. I think my father took some of these. Neil Briggs took that picture. Remember, he used to have the Brattleboro public market down there.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your dad's name?
Ah,
What was your father's name?
my father.
You said your dad may have taken. Who took this picture in 1959?
Yeah.
Your dad?
Arthur Pease.
Arthur. Hang on, Warren. I just want to show Bill. This is a very good picture, and one of the few we have of Warren in the picture.
I never liked that picture taking stuff.
Yeah, I know. So he's the one on the right, and
That
This guy's too good looking. That's not you.
no, not me.
so do you know when that was taken and who those other fellas are in that picture?
Probably in the mid-'80s,
Okay.
I would say.
All right. Yeah.
These here are just some that I took way back.
Of equipment?
We were getting logs out on the farms on this level. You go up to this, then there's another sort of a level place. We were logging up in there.
Okay.
Got some hemlock out.
So you would harvest everything, hardwoods, hemlock, pine.
Whatever they'd like,
Okay. Yeah.
or what we could get, what we had.
And early on, you were using
Crosscut saw.
crosscut saws.
We had two guys that were patients.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's the horses too.
Here they are.
Yeah.
I'll have this over in a minute.
Okay.
And they were good at it. With
Were they?
crosscut.
They were patients? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So they must have had experience
yeah, of course.
cutting wood.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is, it's a retreat truck there.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool looking. Warren, are some of these fellas in these pictures patients?
They probably couldn't be in the photo if they were.
Just one of them. Okay.
I shouldn't have been taking it, but
Yeah, well,
I did,
that's all right.
Of course, I knew him, and I knew his family from up on Shine Hill in Wattsboro.
Did you ever personally have any bad experiences with?
I never happened to.
Never did.
It never, I don't know. I always got along with them all right.
Yeah.
I have a little pile right here. I'm going to ask for your permission to make a digital copy of these. I'll scan them, and then I'll return them. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You trust the Historical Society?
Of course, this was, at one point, we had an open house, and I had all these pictures.
Oh, yeah?
This
Can I give you a hand getting this out?
was taken up in the retreat courtyard, what we called the courtyard, back before my time. That's the way they used to get the snow out of there.
So that's what I'm thinking, that the retreat hospital probably has some pretty old, interesting pictures too. But
Probably.
yeah, yeah.
They should have, because she...
Christ, 1932. That's a year Roosevelt. FDR was elected.
Well, that would be
Yeah.
2 years before
Yeah.
Warren was born. Yep. Yeah, they're wonderful pictures, Warren. Thank you. And I see this. Well, isn't this interesting? This
Historical
Right.
Society must have that book.
Right. 34 to 84. 34 was the year you were born.
There's a lot of good pictures of the farm there.
Yeah.
Who made that book?
I don't know. Maybe the retreat, because it says Brattleboro Retreat, 75 Linden Street.
Yep.
Warren, your wife never worked for the retreat, did she?
Yep.
Lois, did she?
She worked in Linden. Well, she worked on the east side, which was a women's unit.
Uh-huh.
And then she got her LPN license,
For how many years did she work there?
probably 10.
Okay.
Then she worked at the Thompson House for,
Right.
at one time she worked part-time at Vernon Green too.
Oh. Did you ever have to go for physical therapy for anything? No. You're a lucky man.
They tried to get me to, because one time I fell off a hay wagon
Okay.
and pulled the shoulder out of the joint.
Oh, dislocated it, huh?
They wanted me to, had to go to the hospital and they jerked it back in place.
Okay.
And a couple of days I rested it, then I went back to work. It was hard milking because I couldn't lift nothing with this.
Sure.
I had to lift it that and then hold it like that. Sure got sick of that.
Yeah. One last question that I forgot and I meant to ask you. What was the reason that the patients, they no longer used the patients? Was there a particular reason that they stopped using patients at the farm?
Because somebody stirred up a stink that it was slavery
Okay.
instead of.
Volunteer
Of course,
work.
you couldn't possibly pay that number of people. You'd go bankrupt.
Right. So they weren't getting paid.
No,
Right.
no.
Okay.
All the clothes and food and whatever treatment they needed.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always somebody stirring up trouble.
I know you don't know the exact date, but roughly when did they stop using patients?
It sort of gradually kept tapering off.
Okay.
So the ones that were from this area
Yeah.
kind of stayed on.
On. Okay.
Then they gradually rest of them went to Waterbury.
Okay. So when do you think the last one roughly might have been working there?
Well, we'd say 79, 80, something.
Somewhere around there. Okay. That's good.
Yeah. Of course, and then we started using high school kids
Right.
that wanted to work
Right.
during the summer.
Right.
And some of them weren't.
Weren't so good.
They wanted a job, but they didn't want to work.
I thought as we were leaving, and I'm guessing that whatever is written, we can show you, you can kind of say, that's not what I said, or something like that. You
Right.
could
Yeah.
review it.
I don't know. I doubt if anybody'd be interested in it, really.
Well, I think
Yeah.
I think
People
you're
will
wrong.
be interested.
Yes.
So